So this should be fine, I hope. Done a bit of testing with this shit. Hopefully it looks fine. I have I know if it looks a bit weird. There's probably gonna be some black bars like a bit still on the top and the bottom. I try my best to fix it, but it's probably not gonna be perfect. Right now I have the window as big as possibly can, but I shrunk it down a bit to fit like the ratio between width and length. Well, I have my taskbar to the left, so I have space on the bottom to see excuse me, OBS recording and the my voice volume thing. And I like, cause I like if I shrunk it, I don't know if I should test it by moving a bit, but cause I can't see the result of this while I'm recording. You probably noticed. I'm assuming you noticed it probably going up and down. It takes the average of both or whatever into account. When I was moving it left and right, because you couldn't tell, I probably couldn't. It's probably not perfect. I did the best I could to fix that. Yeah, you. Whatever. I only gonna matter that much anyways. So in case you're wondering what my setup is, I like if I had the taskbar in the normal place and I didn't have OBS like visible, it would still appear. So it's like it didn't matter. So whatever. Anyways, today, so for New Year's, for certain reasons, it's not gonna be as special of a time as I expected it for like personal reasons. I'm like, I want to do at least something like during this time. I don't know what else to do. Been at home for a while, and I was like thinking, I was doing stuff like to prepare for tour for recording and whatever. Like for example, realized I didn't do the stuff for Neptunia. I completely forgot about that. I'm like, I should get on that, finish that shit. I'm like, it's been a while since I recorded something, and I said I was gonna record something. I might record something before the year ended. I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing I should do. So that's what I'm doing now. Pretty much the point of this video, I don't know what I title it actually. You talk about stuff like what happened this year and maybe the previous years, because I haven't really made a video like this before. I don't think I'm probably gonna end up talking about stuff I've already talked about before, but whatever. Like I didn't go back to like previous videos to check, so whatever. I'm sorry if I repeat myself when I talk about shit today. So I'd have just my website open just to look around stuff. I'm probably gonna be on this page here actually, because we talk about like the timeline of like my recording stuff. It's been quite a while now. I actually finished this like for recently. I was set to August for a while. It was the last time I fixed this. I updated this. I mean, and I did this because it would be useful to have this visible for if I did this. So that's why I wanted to do it. I mean, I had time to do it anyways, and I wanted to update this for. I've wanted to update this for a while anyway, so either way, it would have been nice to have that done. By the way, I doubt I'm gonna be playing sound for this video, but just in case I have my headset set up. It's on my neck right now. I don't even have it on my ears because I'm not gonna be listening to anything. Just in case I have it plugged in though, because if I don't, like sounds will be blaring from my monitor. That will not be nice for my mic. And yeah, you. Also, I fixed it to be facing the right way and stuff. I tested it, but I think it's fine. I hope it sounds fine. I'm trying to set all decent distance away from it. I forgot to check my mic volume though, but well, I think it's fine. I tested it with my other stuff. It should be fine anyways. So what I want to talk about is I guess I'll start from the beginning of like my start with LPs and stuff. The first time I tried to do any LP stuff, it was for ages. I'm not gonna talk about it because I'll talk about it a gazillion times, and it's not here anyways, and they're not visible anymore. Those videos, they were fortunately deleted, even though I guess in a sense they're technically my start. The first time I've tried to do that, I didn't call them LPs back then though, because I didn't like the term, and honestly, Even today, I don't like it that much. I'm just used to calling them LPs though, so I've still been calling them that. I think at one point I decided to change it. I'm like, I can't. I'm used to LP too much. I can't not call them that anymore. So I kept LP in my video lists and videos and stuff. I would have to change all the videos names. I guess I could have left them the same and changed them for my like more the future videos I made or whatever. Anyways, you can't just see my mouse on it, like, but you can see me highlighting stuff, I believe. So I can do that to show like where I am on the moving around the screen. So anyways, these though I do have there's that thing up here. I'm using Opera to as a web browser this time because I that way I don't have to edit shit out when I had Chrome open last time. This is way easier. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but yeah. So I have these up though. So they're on my timeline. There's actually some stuff. I didn't add the bonus stuff to my timeline from the recent videos. Oh well. Not that I don't think it'll matter that much anyways for what I have to talk about, so it's fine. Anyways, I started 2014. I guess is my official LP start. The first videos I made that I called LPs. I forgot what I was thinking at the time then. It might have been the same time as now because it surprises me how like big the gap between like me doing it the first time and me doing it again is. Because it doesn't feel like as long as like it's like my like I feel like the gap between me we're starting like in my new computer with Zelda randomized here, and the gap between this video isn't as it's not as long, right? Because it's like a year and a half after from Zelda at least. But this is how long was that? Okay, maybe it is longer. Yeah, because it's October. This is January. It's almost the same. Yeah, it's still kind of weird though. But anyways, I think when I started in 2014 and in 2016 here as well, my logic was when I wanted to do, yeah. So my history of like why I decided to record and stuff is kind of weird. I think compared to how other people like got their start or whatever from now, because my views and like what I want my channel to be and stuff, and how my videos to be and like how my opinions and like how what I think about my videos and stuff have changed over time. Back then, I actually picked randomized level on purpose because I was like I want to make my videos interesting so people will actually watch them. But like I'm not confident, like especially like back then when I first started recording, that I can make things interesting like just by being me. So I wanted to pick something interesting like game wise to play. And I like randomized Emerald seemed like a good idea because by playing Emerald, which I've played a bunch of times, I know how to play Emerald. Like back then I didn't, obviously do now. And it's a randomizer, and pretty much every randomizer is unique from each other. So if anyone's, my logic was, if anyone's interesting in my run of the game, in particular, like how that run goes, they'd have to like watch my video, right? Like if I'm playing like regular Emerald, and I'm playing like if they want to like see how the game goes, I can just play themselves or watch someone else, you know. But that's not really the same for a randomizer. That was my logic, and that's why I liked playing randomizers in general. Like even if a game becomes like old or something, and never it kind of be like fresh all the time. If you play a randomizer, it's always different, pretty much. And I thought that would be interesting idea for a video. I still kind of think it is now, but like I was doing like specifically because I wanted I pretty much I picked randomized level. Like I was into randomized level at the time, at least in 2014. Like I made it like in 2014 at least. I didn't randomize the Pokemon like locations, so I like had Mudkip and I caught like Zigzagoon and Poochyena, whatever, because I thought it was more unique. Because no one really did that, I don't think. But then I ended up liking the idea of just having them random ice spots anyway, so I changed my mind, I guess, when I restarted it. And I don't know necessarily if that run, my first one, would have been boring necessarily. I am happy with how my current current LP one is, like this one here. But I don't know if that necessarily what necessary I say I'm glad I decided or started. Like, I feel like this could have been fine too. I don't know. Like, it's not like I feel like I made a mistake with these or whatever. I probably could have still had fun with that run, but whatever. Either way, though, I'm happy with how things turned out, so it's fine. And it probably wouldn't have had Shin, because no, Lantern, you can catch Lantern and Vanilla Emerald, so maybe I could have still had Shin, but whatever. So yeah. Anyways, that was my logic when I first started here. Like, I did get a few people that noticed my videos at first, at least. But after a while, like, I didn't get nearly as much as I wanted to, I don't think. And back then, at least, it was kind of a pain in the ass to make videos. I didn't do it as regularly, too. And back then, I used to do other shit, too. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I used to like to write stuff. I don't do that nearly as much anymore. And I was still doing that during the time. So, So yeah, eventually I guess it was too much of a pain. Yes, like 18 was that was the episode because I used to record everything in one go, and there was an issue with recording. I saw the audio. I don't know what happened to the audio. Actually, I have it somewhere on my laptop, which broke. So I don't know if I will get that back to upload. I want to do it at some point, but I've forgotten now. I might not be able to anymore. However, the video was completely lost because there was an issue with then was it what I used the record before? Hypercam, I think. Hypercam 2 or whatever. And I had to force close it, and that I was able to keep. Oh yeah, because I was recording it with Audacity at the time. I didn't record them together, so I lost all of I didn't save the recording. So I only had the audio with Audacity left. So I'm like, the way things are, like, I have to just do it over again. And I had to do everything over again because I did it all at once. So I think I recorded the whole episode and I had to do it all over again. I was pissed off. That might have been why I lost motivation to do it afterward. I don't think I was considering as soon as I did that episode, I'm like, I'm done. I'm never doing this again. I just over time, I just not that interested anymore. I've mentioned before, I'm not good at finishing things sometimes, and I just other things get in the way, and I just lose just don't think to do it again. It was like a gradual thing. I didn't decide that day when I was recording I'm never doing this again. That was too much of a pain, but that probably was a factor though. But I hope you putting things on my desk behind the mic doesn't make as much noise anymore. I fixed this so that shouldn't happen anymore. So yeah. Anyways, then pretty sure I talked about this already, but after that I had I had a headset for playing games, and I had a new computer. Anyways, I could probably plug in the headset with the computer into my computer. I think I had to for Discord, or ever talking on Discord before. So I think I might have done it. Actually, I don't remember if I've did that before, but anyways, I was fiddling around with it to see if I could use it on the computer, and it worked. I'm like, oh, cool. If I still made LP episodes, I could technically do that to make them, and now it'd be better than on my laptop. I'm like, I could test that out. I transferred the stuff on my laptop to my computer, the recording stuff I had, and I was fiddling around with them. I was on vacation at the time, yeah, in October, I think, the end of October, over here, I believe. So I'm like, I could try making a few episodes. At that point, I wasn't interested in getting views anymore. I was just doing it for fun. I made a bit more than I expected to, actually, because I had more fun with it than I thought I did. Thought I would. And eventually, I'm like, I could even do randomized emerald again too, just to see what it'd be like with my new recording setup. And it was a lot better than in episode 18, and that was cool. I didn't really have a set schedule though, as you could tell, but yeah. So I abandoned recording, and then I decided to do it again for the hell of it, and I kept doing it kind of sporadically, a year and a half afterward. And then I guess at this point I lost interest in doing that Zelda run. And then I decided I wanted to do Zelda again, and this time I wanted to make a schedule because I wasn't on vacation then. I'm like, I need to make a schedule to record if I want to do it regularly, but make sure I have time to record. So I made it on Saturdays and Sunday nights, I believe. I was like, it won't match up with the days of the week. It doesn't even show the days of the week here, so never mind. But yeah. Then I'm like, I abandoned recording Randomized Emerald, and then I came back to it. I don't remember what my logic was for that. I guess I just kind of sort of lost interest in recording it for a little bit. I guess the gap between them wasn't very long, actually. I actually remember it being longer than that, but apparently it was only like a month and a half. After a while, I'm like, I don't know if I like was thinking of recording Randomized Emerald in place of, in one of the days I was recording Zelda, because I recorded on twice a week because I wanted to do it quick to catch up to where I was before. I guess that's probably why I wanted to make a schedule, actually, now that I think about it. And then I realized I could probably record Wednesdays too. I'll do Randomizer both then, so I can still do Saturdays and Sundays for Zelda. And then after a while, I realized I can catch up. I pretty much was good enough my progress I could swap them, so Zelda would be Wednesday, and then Randomizer will be Saturday and Sunday. So I can finish that quicker, because at that time I was considering, I was thinking about recording World Ring in Purple already. And I didn't want to record those two after Zelda, because I was interested in doing 3 at the time instead of just 2. And I wanted them to replace Randomized Emerald instead of Zelda, because I didn't want to have 3 games in like Pokemon related in Hoenn. So instead, Zelda still finished first, which is not a surprise at all. It's as Emerald is a way longer game than Zelda is, because it's an RPG. And I think I was just talking about this while I was playing Zelda Randomized, playing this. I might have, actually, I think I thought about that before Rolling in Purple. So that replaced Zelda. I probably would have either way, actually. Then after that, I started playing World Ring in Purple. 2 of my most memorable LPs, honestly. Or especially because it's my longest one. I thought Randomized Emerald would be the most memorable one. It still is a very memorable LP, but so are World Ring in Purple, and I think about chart my recording. By the way, I should have. I have not, since I've done this. I'm recording for a while, so hopefully so far my recording has been going well. I don't have to talk about all the shit all over again. Yeah. But it's kind of ironic if I have to, considering what I've been talking about and stuff. Or okay, I think that that went okay. Another thing I should mention, that for some reason it looks like the bit of the bottom is cut off in the video of this window for my web browser. It's not that big of a deal though. Whatever, not missing much. I can just like go down to check what's down and whatever, and the web post thing is cut off a bit too. That's why I noticed was cut off, but it's not a super big deal. It shouldn't affect like anything else I'll record besides this, so whatever. I hope, at least. No, it's just a problem with this in particular. It's not like a recent problem that's come up with OBS. Yeah. Also, I should be talking loud enough to, I think I'm like talking in a good volume and stuff, and like I'm not making like, I don't know how to describe the kind of noise, but it's like when it's like too loud. It's not like poppy or whatever. And I think the mic is in a better place now. This is probably how I'm always gonna have it now. I think it sounds better than before I checked. Compared to Enhance's last episode, it sounds better to me. It's like, even if I'm not that loud, I'm not recording any game audio, whatever, so it shouldn't really matter. Like, if it's too low, you can like just increase the volume to hear me better, and the game volume won't be like making my voice inaudible or something, because there isn't any. So, what's something pretty sure I fixed this already. Not that it matters, but I believe so. Yeah, don't worry about what I was just thinking. It doesn't really matter. I guess I can explain in case you're confused about what I just said, but I probably gotta fix this at some point. I listed like the blue is the shortest video of that LP and red is the longest. When I was updating, I don't know if I fixed that properly. It doesn't really matter for this video though, so whatever. I probably did, whatever. Like I finished like all that once, like one night. I was awake too late, a bit later than normal. I was like almost done. I remember like where I stopped. It was like in the middle of November. I'm like, I might as well just finish. And then I had 8 more videos to do. I'm like, I might as well just finish the rest because it actually wasn't taking as long as I thought to do it. So yeah. So anyways, I was talking about World Wing in Purple. I was where I was on. Before I talk about the forgot to mention, I guess it doesn't really matter because it didn't matter as much as I expected. For some reason, I was like super tired today. I technically underslept today. Is underslept the word? But like I didn't sleep enough. So then later on, like I didn't work today, but I could have slept more, but I didn't feel like it. And like I probably won't be that tired, but like for I decided I should like take a nap before recording. And for once, I was actually able to sleep. Like recently, like if I ever like need to do that, I'm never able to sleep. But today I was, thankfully, which was good because one, I was like more tired than I thought. It was like hard to keep my eyes open and pay attention to the screen. Like I was using my computer more than any one average day, to be fair. So yeah, it's not like super surprising. But like, damn, I like want to be able to look at the damn screen while I'm recording. So that would be annoying. So and also, like, this is like the only day at this point I can record if I want to do this video this year. So I'm like, yeah, I better try to sleep and see if I can get some sleep. And I did. I have a little bit of a mild headache though, which happens normally when I do this kind of thing. But I've been doing. I think that nap definitely helped, so I'm glad I did that. Except for like 2-ish hours. I think it was like past 8:30, and then I woke up at 11. I set my alarm to 11 p.m. to wake up because that's when I normally record stuff. Probably still will be for my future LPs. I've already talked about this. I want to record as I normally have been, like at 11 or 12 a.m. 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. and then I'll go to sleep and then edit the day after. If I don't finish, I might not finish recording before work. I'll just do it after, and it'll be a bit delayed, but oh well, because I named it and enhanced the been taking too long to edit and stuff. Neptunia I could probably do like normal, but I'll probably sleep for that too. I don't know. Neptunia takes like no time at all to edit its video, so I probably could still do that as normal. I don't know. I'll think about it. And as I'm getting off topic for what I want to talk about for this video, I'm sorry about that. It's kind of like a rambly video, anyways. I'm not like it's not a super serious video. Not that my videos in general are, which I will be talking about now. So speaking of which, at the time, I guess kind of sort of still now, but especially then, kind of this is kind of ironic from what I was talking about earlier. But at this point, still, I wasn't super serious about like how I was doing my videos. I was just doing it for fun. You see. I wasn't even sure if I would even finish World Wing in Purple. I wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, I just want to do it. And if I decide I don't want to do it, then oh well, because I'm used to like doing things, even if I'm super passionate about it, and like losing like motivation to do and moving on to something else. You know, with my writing, I was like that, which I was like passionate about for a long time. Which I like. It's not like I completely lose my passion for that, but whatever. But anyways, I don't think this was the only reason, but I think it's played a very major part in this. Stopwatch. Where is my watch, anyways? Let's put it down here. It's midnighter now. It's the last day of the year. Like, did I mention before, like, I want to do this, like, something special for the new year? I think I was saying I want to do something special in general. I remember if I mentioned that in particular, but it should be obvious when this video is going to be uploaded. I'm assuming before the year ends, which I hope, because that would defeat the purpose of me, like, making sure I had to do this today. Like, I should have plenty of time to edit this, so yeah, I should be fine. But, like, I'm going to do it tonight, actually, because I want to be up for when the year transitions to 2022. So I actually purposely want to go to bed late. So yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I got sidetracked again. My bad. So hey, there's a certain something happened in World Linker, which is me. But it's actually lower than I expected it because it's like it says 3 LP stuff at the same time. But episode 18, the last World League episode of the year, the second last video of 2019, which was a very special LP year because that's pretty much when I started my actual schedule. It was probably the 4th video of the year too. Oh boy, there was only 3 before that. Very special LP year, also because it's when I started World League in Purple, and it's also the last World League video of the year. I got my shiny Tenchi. I'm like, oh shit, this is not a regular playthrough of this game anymore. First time I found a shiny in World Link, and the first time I found it did an LP too. I'm like, it's not just like a casual playthrough of it anymore. So probably because of that, like, at least that was a major reason. Became a bit more serious about how I handle things. That's around the time, I think. I don't remember what episode it was. It might have been this episode here, where I, like, since I wasn't super serious, that's why it didn't really matter to me at the time. I edited, I think I edited Covet to Wanting it just because I, like, preferred how that looked, because, like, when I looked at Wiki, stuff was called Wanting, the name of the move, and it was only in purple was Covet. I'm like, I just preferred it to be Wanting. I'm like, it's my playthrough, who cares? But, like the reason I changed it back is, I already talked about this, of course, but, one, because I wanted it, like, since I was a bit more serious about how I wanted to handle, like, playing, like, I wanted my LP to be, like, just, like, unaltered World League in Purple, because, like, I got a shiny in World League. If it's, like, I don't know if I altered World League technically. No, I think I added, like, the name of Judgment, I guess, to take the E out. The first E, I mean. Because, whatever, I don't like the spelling of that, but, because, I got a shiny in it, and I'm like, I feel like it kind of loses its value if I'm playing an altered version of World Link. And so I wanted to, like, it's like if it happened in Purple too, like, it would be kind of lame if I alter stuff in it. Like I would never do that for shinies because that would be lame. Like, it would lose the value of the shiny if I altered it in the game. But yeah, so, like, they made me, like, think of it more seriously. Like, I shouldn't do things like that, especially since I lied about me changing it at some point. I still don't remember why the hell I did that. But I'm like, I have to make a video talking about this. Yeah, like, it's right after it's like, as soon as I possibly could. It was only 2 days afterward. And then I did an episode of World Link right after, so they would still match up. And you move around my mouse, assuming you can see it. I'm like, I have to highlight it so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't know if there's like to make it so I can actually purposely have my mouse on screen. I probably would for this recording, but I don't know how to do that, so whatever. But anyways, yeah, I fixed them in Purple, and then, like, way later in World League, I realized I actually did in World League 2 when I fixed for Judgment the attack name. That was, like, Purple was already over at that point. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that completely, but whatever. That's the only thing I did in World Link, so whatever. I don't even know how to, like, edit shinies in the game, because it's like, especially later on, since I found another shiny in World Link, like, that would, like, devalue that, because that was, like, amazing, and I want it to, like, seem like that was legit. Like, obviously I want to seem like it was, because it was, because, like, anyone who, like, watches my video, especially if they don't know me well, like, how are you supposed to know if I'm lying, so I want it to seem as genuine as possible. I would never want that situation to happen again. It still bothers me to this day that I did that, something like that. Like, I guess it's the same thing now. Like, sometimes I just don't think of things from the perspective of people watching my videos. Especially since not that many people do, but yeah. And I don't necessarily just make videos for other people to watch too. I make them because it's fun for me now. Like, now that people watch my videos still, I've been doing this for a while, but I don't care at this point. I just like doing it because it's fun for me, so I'm still doing it. And yeah, it gives me motivation to, like, do something, I guess. So I lost motivation in a very big passion of mine, which I've been talking about already. my writing stuff. Maybe feel kind of empty, like not having anything to work towards, like anything important to me. So that's one of the reasons why doing this is important to me. It still is. So yeah, and that was my like view on things from then and here on out. Basically, that has not really changed. And yeah, anyways, I eventually finished Mario, which is way earlier than that actually over here. Then I started Banjo-Kazooie Randomized. No, I actually did Blunder Bros, and that didn't last very long either because Blunder Bros is short as hell. My a lot better run through than the previous time I did it. I totally did it before. It should be here somewhere, right here. I was like, oh, Chrono War. I know exactly where he is, guys. He's in Cosmo Heaven 3. He's always there, totally. Burpee. From what I actually have checked, experimented with, he has a 1 in 4th chance of being there. Well, I don't know if it's like, if it's more likely for him to be one location or whatever, or if there's even any other locations for him to be that I've not seen yet, but I know at least 4 places he can be. That is one of them, but it's not always guaranteed. And then I talked about this in the Blender Bros LP, the current one that is LP6, a lot better LP of it. And also, he was like, it'd be so funny if I actually found him in Cosmo M3 after I confirmed he can be at somewhere else, and he wasn't. That was so damn funny. That's probably my favorite moment of that whole LP. That was hilarious as hell. As I mentioned before, like that moments like that make me happy to be to record LP stuff because I get moments like that and recording, and it's amazing. And then I started my Banjo-Kazooie Randomized LP, and oh boy, that LP, like the game itself was fun. There was like a lot of stuff like in it that was I didn't really talk about like my thoughts of my past LPs. Should I talk about that? I guess I'll go back and do that. I should have done that earlier. I made it really awkward now. I'm sorry, but yeah, probably should turn my recording might as well while I've kind of changed my my topic to talk about. Yeah, be awkward to do it later. I guess I'll do it now then. You know what? I almost forgot about this. I was thinking about this like when I would eventually do this video, especially today since I'm doing this on. Technically, it's New Year's Eve now, up past midnight, but yeah, that definitely is a special occasion, so I took out one of my juices to drink today. I probably should start drinking them on non-special occasions at this point, because I mentioned already they expire in April. I still have a couple left. Yeah, I'll probably be back by summertime anyway, so I shouldn't, like, hoard them too much in a year. Figured watermelon would be fine, because I feel like I still have like I got a lot of those when I started hoarding them in year, and yeah, I just wanted that one, I guess. Also, my all I left before his drink is a little bit of water, and it's kind of warm anyways. I wanted a colder juice. I don't know why it's warm anyways. Like this watermelon juice I have is cold because this room is cold. It's not refrigerated. Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, I think I breathed into the mic the last part. I'm sorry about that a bit more than the first one. I don't know. I'll try to avoid breathing into the mic too much. I thought I'd be fine, so I wasn't concerned about that before, but yeah. So anyways, I was talking about, like, my thoughts for Randomized Airbolt. I think I've probably talked about enough. Maybe. Like, it ended up growing on me. Like, it was weird because when I play games normally, if I stop playing a game for that long, I feel like just restarting the LP. But since I made videos of it, like I just watched a few I did before, and then I went on to do it. And I'm like, it's kind of awkward to play a game like this because I have never done that like for the longest time. That's why it takes me so long to actually finish games now. I mean, it has been for a long time, especially now. But yeah, I did. That was an exception that I've probably the only search I made in like over a decade. Probably like that's how like unusual it was. But yeah, I was kind of attached to the team I had, and I became even especially more attached when I did it again. And it's still very special team in my heart, even to this day. My excuse me, my wait, what are their names again? I'm just kidding. I remember, of course, I remember them. It's Espion, and Wahoo, and a Ghost, and Rapless. I'm trying to say in order. I swear I don't forget what they're called. Charizard, and of course Chin, my 6. And I also had Togron and the others. And yeah, that was a fun time. I think I don't know if like the game was like that great or whatever. Like it was, the randomizer was fun, but I think it's memorable to me because I became attached to the team itself. I think I made it fun, like especially fun for me because I made it fun for myself. Not that like I said, not that the randomizer like of the game itself was bad or anything, but yeah, I think that's why I remember it so much. And because of its awkward like history of like I feel like if it wasn't my first LP, if I play like after World League or Purple, it probably wouldn't be as memorable to me as it is now. I guess maybe it's partially why I'm not sure if I ever want to do it again as an LP at least. Actually, even now, like I haven't really played randomized Emerald like casually after that because like it'll never be as fun as my LP was. I don't think I never will. Like it just wouldn't be the same with like a different like team and whatever. So I haven't really been interested in that. I don't think I haven't really played World League or Purple since I LP them either. I think I might have done Purple once. I don't remember. World League I have not because like World League I never will have in my whole life. I'm sure whether it's LP or not, I will never. I'm sure I will never ever have a playthrough of World League better than my LP. Like no matter what happens, that is like probably like the best playthrough of any game. Like especially as an LP I'll ever have in general. I was super lucky and stuff. Like World League itself is kind of. I guess I'm talking about World League after, before Zelda and Mario, whatever. Might as well, since I'm already talking about World League. But anyways, World League mainly like kind of can be kind of a mess at times, especially towards the end with the stupid especially with the stupid pass thing, whatever. That's like one part I don't like about World League, but like I can understand why people might not like World League that much, but it has a certain charm to it, so I overall enjoy the game. Though admittedly, if it wasn't for my shinies, I probably would think a lot less of it than I do now. But yeah, in fact, it's probably my favorite LP for that reason. Probably my favorite team, Pokemon or Pokemon related teams I had for an LP like ever. Probably my favorite team would be my World League one, if I had to pick one. Of course, I love all. Of course, I love them all. Yeah, you. Well, the purple, though, I feel like I might think less of like, unlike Worlds, like I feel like if there's any game I'll go back to play, like part of me kind of sort of like maybe will consider playing purple again. I like Worlds Link. That was a very rocky playthrough on like Worlds Link. Purple was fun. It might even be my favorite Pokemon game actually, if I had to pick one. But like overall, like I like my purple LP. I think I've talked about this already, but I feel like there's a certain things I did not do well, and that could have done a lot better. Because I played it a bit differently than I normally do. I like to plan out like team members I want and stuff. So I can have certain members like, especially during LP, because it's like otherwise I'll like if I change my mind I want a certain member, like I'll just suddenly like switch to like using that one, and I'll just suddenly like I'm not using this one anymore. Like out of nowhere, and like that would suck, especially for an LP. And that happened a couple times at Purple, not just once or twice. And even to this day, it still kind of bothers me. Like I don't think like overall, I don't think I necessarily like regret the decisions I made. Like it was like, understandable why I had to make those decisions. But I feel like that served as like a good lesson for like how I do things now. So it was like a necessary like it taught me certain things that I like wouldn't have like known or like I feel like if I didn't make that mistake then I would do it later on, so I feel like it had to happen at some point. So it's like, oh well, that's just how it is. Like I said before, I think my purple LP is overall okay, but it could have been a lot better. So I feel like if I go back to play any game in general again, actually, I would say Tohomon game, but games in general, purple will probably be the one I'll probably do again. The only reason that I would think of probably not to do it is because how long it is. So I probably will just end up doing it if I like run out of Tohomon games to play. Like I've probably mentioned this already, but after Unnamed and Enhanced, they will be replaced by Tohomon games again. Like I'm not even close to being done playing them. There's a bunch more I want to try playing as an LP. But yeah, here anyways. They cut World Like a Purple cotton line. I will talk about as Zelda now. Actually, I don't really remember that playthrough of Zelda that well. Our time randomized. It was all actually that was also kind of awkward because I started with the. I feel like sometimes when I think of that LP, I think of the one before it because like that's how I started like doing this again on my computer. And whatever was this playthrough, but I'm like, especially because of the Master Quest dungeons and shit. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I want to restart this playthrough. And funnily enough, it was easy enough that I ended on 20, which is again like I didn't finish it here and then this ended on 20. Which I did not really expect, but that ended up happening. I guess because of that, I don't really remember this playthrough in particular that well in comparison. So I don't really know what much I want to talk about in regards to that. But yeah, I've talked about this already, but I wanna because there's been updates and stuff. Yeah, I just mentioned before, like if I want to go back and play a game, I'll play purple, but that's not true. There's like higher in priority I want to play again. That's Ocarina of Time randomized, especially with the updates and stuff that have been out for quite a while that I've really wanted to do, but I've not done because I been doing other shit. But yeah, I still really want to do that. As LP again, but yeah. I hope that'll be more memorable than this LP. Unfortunately, I don't. I feel like if as any LP I don't remember like the least, it's probably that one, which makes sense because it was longer ago than the others. Yeah, even Randomized Emerald because I ended after it. But yeah, I guess I don't really remember this one that well either. Because I've already mentioned this. I ultimately like the other randomizer more. Even I can understand if people think this one is a better randomizer than I should trying to remember the names of who made both. I have them here. Arthur Tilley made this one. It's a more well-known one. I don't think they've ever updated. I think it did 0.5.1. I don't remember if that was this one or not. I don't think it really matters anyways, but I don't think it was that different. And this one was made by Andre and Mayer 93. I think I mentioned this already, but the page doesn't work anymore. I've like a bunch of times. I want to play this again. When I play Mario Randomize, I prefer to play this one. But it doesn't work anymore, so I can't play it anymore, which is unfortunate. Like I technically can. I still have the old files I made, but they won't be like freshly randomized, you know. So that's that sucks. It also shoots out of the water to LP that again if I want to, and I guess that means I took a good time to LP that because I like that kind of cut in line to It suddenly took the fourth spot because I knew I wanted to play a fourth game, which was supposed to be for Named and Enhanced. That was gonna be the LPs to start. To make it 4 instead of 3, but like it should finish fast enough, so it shouldn't matter. And that I guess randomized alternate technically caught in line for me talking about stuff too, but whatever. I guess it makes sense to talk about them at the same time because they're very similar. But yeah. Anyways, because of that, I don't think I remember this LP that much either. It's not really fresh in my mind either. For sure, there were times like they frustrated me, and I was like concerned like, or certain times like there was like I remember like for example there was a star, like on top of like a steep hill or something. And like I kind of learned things like this, like about like playing the game or whatever. Like I had to teach myself to get stuff in the randomizer, and it's affected my playthrough of like Mario 64 in general now because of it, which I learned from this game, which was cool, I guess. Like trouble jumping off cliffs. There was also one in Jolly Roger Bay. Was that in this randomizer or randomized alternate? I don't remember. Like that took forever to do, but I'm really proud of that I did it, even though I could have made it easier for myself, I think, because I missed some points somewhere, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, it made that star more fun to get, well, funner for the episode, not fun for me to get, like, while I was playing, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but same time, like, I was proud of myself, when I actually got it, so I think it was worth it in the end, but anyways, yeah, so... So I lost track of what I was about to say about randomized Mario, but yeah, oh yeah, I guess also I talked about my history with Mario 64 is my first game. Not technically not first game I ever played, but the first game that made an impact on me, and impact that much of an impact on me, and also the first game I ever like owned myself as well. So it probably holds more of a special place in my heart than any other game ever. Mario 64, even more than Pokemon games do. And I was like, I talked about this before in my last episode of Mario 64 Randomized. That I remember for from the LP, the first one. But I was upset that like when I was a kid, I could never like beat the game, like get all the stars. I mean, I think like for some reason I didn't treat my controller that well, and that also impacted like me getting certain stars. Then as an adult, I played it and I got them all like surprisingly easily. Actually, I guess I got a lot better at playing games. I guess, and then I made it to the roof and whatever. I'm like, I finally completed the game as I've always wanted to do. But then instead of ended up feeling happy, I felt empty inside because I realized now there's nothing new to experience in this game ever again. My first video game, at least the first video game that I ever owned, like it was really important to me. That made me really sad. Then the randomizer gave more life to the game for the original. Like there are ROM hacks and stuff like Star Road or whatever, which are cool and stuff, but it's not really the same because it's not like vanilla Mario. It's like it's vanilla. Like randomizer is vanilla Mario, but it's not vanilla Mario at the same time. So it's like I get to play vanilla Mario, but it's in like usually there's still fresh stuff because they're in different locations or whatever. That helps make more of a fresh experience when I play it again. And so I was like essentially happy that randomizer exists. Like probably happier than any other randomizer that exists. And I remember talking about that during then. And stuff. I guess I did have more to talk about that than I thought. Also, damn, I'm recording for longer than I expected. How much more do I want to do for this video? I guess it's gonna be a long video, whatever. Editing this will be easy anyways, who cares? So if it ends up being long, whatever. It's very rambly and whatever, so it's not should be that much of a surprise. But I guess I'll try my recording again. Might as well. I'm assuming that the last part I made after this will be my last one. Yeah, dogs are. Okay, this will be a random subject change, but I've always thought about this for a long time, which might make it seem stupid that I never fixed this, but kind of mixed feelings about how I have the text look for like the colors or whatever, because I feel like for some it's not light enough, but at the same time I want them to look different from each other for what LP they are. But I guess I've always like I never fixed it because I don't know how to change it to make it look better. So yeah, in case you're wondering my opinion on this, in case you guys don't like how it looks, I kind of don't either, but I'm too lazy to find a better way to have it look, so probably not going to change it anytime soon, oh well. Anyways, this video's not going quite the way I thought it would. Like, I thought I would talk about them, like how the years have gone by, and I guess I kind of sort of did enough, and I'm going to be talking about, like, the games themselves, so I guess it's fine this way, whatever. I'll just continue on talk about the stuff I was, yeah, the way I wanted to talk about it before, yeah. Anyways, Blunder Bros is next, I think. I already talked about World Swing and Purple, and I've talked about both Mario randomizers already. So I guess, yeah, Blunder Bros would be next, right? Kind of not doing them in a proper order, so I hope I don't forget to talk about stuff, but it's, like, I should be able to see what's next here. So anyways, Blunder Bros that was an interesting LP. I made guides to them to start with because I didn't want to spend like Blunder Bros is kind of more a fast paced game even compared to like Mario 64. So I didn't want to because I feel like I'd be like the whole LP, I'd just be explaining things the whole time. Like I want to have like fun playing the game. I don't want to just do that the whole time. I do like to explain things about stuff and whatever, and teach people about things, especially for Blender Bros. Because it's not a game that many people know about and like know about the game. But I'm not that great at explaining things, in my opinion, and I don't think it would be fun to spend the whole game just doing that. So I made like separate videos explaining stuff about it. I kind of sort of don't like that well how they turned out because I feel like especially because I think like the game volume was too loud. I should have paid more attention to that. But I don't want to do it over again because that took forever to do, and I'm like, yeah, never again. So like, I think they're good enough. I hope you guys agree if you watch them. I don't know how many people have. I worked a lot on them. I hope at least some people have. And then I played the games afterward, and it like was a pretty okay playthrough. Went a lot better than the before. I didn't spend like forever in the last one. Trying to look for Chrono War because he was in Cosmo Heaven 3, so yeah. I think I pretty much covered everything in the game. I think so. Even the mini games, I did that in the game guide, so yeah, that was a lot better LP. I don't know for sure if I would say I couldn't do it better, but I think it was good enough. Unlike the one before it, yeah, it was a decent LP. I think I did it pretty well. Maybe I could really randomize. Oh boy, now we're back, finally back over here. And went back to talk about the others now. I'm back where I was before, in 2020. It at least started in 2019. It started earlier than I expected to. It was supposed to be the first one for 2020. I mean, it was technically the first new one. No, it's still not wrong, but yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, I think for some reason I remembered it being that was for Neptunia. The last episode was the new LP. Because I did Worldling and Purple beforehand. I don't think I've ever done any LP episodes that late into the year. Besides then, is that true? Actually, I think. Yeah, before that, I never recorded in December in general. Actually, it's not true. Actually, right here. But I'm still right. This was later though. This was in December, really? What the hell? It's random, actually. But okay. But yeah. So, Bad News, I was already starting to talk about this before, but the game itself was fine. I feel like there's some things could have been more interesting. Like for example, there was one Jiggy in Rusty Bucket Bay that you had to get by killing yourself, but they made it so you didn't die by falling down. I think it was because of that Jiggy, and I thought that was a really interesting one. Like you had to look so hard for that one. That was I wish it was like more fun stuff like that in the randomizer. That's like if there's any like complaint, quote unquote, I have about that is that like just because like they were in the game and that made me want more, and it just wasn't enough in my opinion. I wish it was like more wild and like where stuff was. That would have been way more fun. Also, there was like issues with the Jiggies. I guess it was someone was just not able to get for some reason. And some music notes too. Yeah, I wasn't able to get everything. I remember, and I had to I misremembered how many Jiggies you need to beat the game. And I was like surprised. Like it was over 90, right? That's ridiculous, actually. Usually, and I almost thought would not be able to beat the game at all. I thought that'd be lame. Even if the Grunty fight I think was just vanilla, but whatever. But I realized there was a bug in the game that was actually beneficial to me because there's some Jiggies that wouldn't appear in the records, and that made them respawn. And I needed some to beat the game. It was 3 or 4 more I needed, I think. Because there was just some I was just not able to get for some reason. Because of that, I was able to beat the game, and overall... Yeah, the thing I think was a problem, though, was it was the emulator's fault, or not the game itself. The game would, like, pause for a bit every time. That was really annoying, and editing especially. Like, that wasn't the randomizer's fault, though. It was my emulator's fault, but that was something I definitely did not enjoy about playing this, but, yeah. Other than that, it was pretty good. I liked it. The only unfortunate thing is there's not, like, a proper randomizer for Banjo-Kazooie yet. I wish there was one. But that, the best thing I could have, and that was pretty good considering. I enjoyed it. I wish someone like that makes me wish someone would make like a Master Questy version of Banjo-Kazooie though, because like I could say like it was fun like looking for like the really wild locations of some stuff. That was a lot of fun. I just like wish there was more in the game. I think honestly think like I know like I just said like I didn't have enough jiggies at the end, but there was some points the game was too easy in my opinion. It could have been more challenging. It says the more challenging stuff made it fun, and maybe like when you said maybe wish there was more in the game, and yeah. Anyways, I think I've talked about enough about. Let's move on now. We're to Luna Nights, I guess. Oh boy, this LP. So I think the LP itself was fine. I guess I think it was like at some points that I found some stuff I didn't do like before I played it like before I LP'd it. It definitely cut in line, I think, from something else. It was from SpongeBob, right? Yeah. Revenge of the Flying Dungeon, which of course I played later on. And because like it was a like it's a short LP and I can do it after, even though it wasn't super short. It was the same length as a randomized alternate, right? Yeah, both 12. It was kind of sort of short. Part of me thinks I want to do this again though because of how I recorded it. Like the audio, the quality is really low. And before I'm like when I did before, I was like I had nothing else better to record it, so I just did it that way anyways. Obviously now I could do a lot better because I have use OBS now. I can make the video bigger when I play OBS, make it easier to play, and the quality will look a lot better. And yeah, so that'd be nice. Like that's a game I wish I had OBS before I LP'd it, but oh well, it's what's done. It's been done. Like it's short, so maybe I will do it again at some point just for that reason. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of games, I wish I had OBS to when I LP'd this. Oh boy, especially this one. That is a good segue into the next game, Star Road. Oh boy, if I had to pick a LP I dislike the least just because of how it turned out, it's probably Star Road. The game itself I enjoy. Yeah, also I know I just talk about this for Banjo Randomized. I think it being difficult was like one of the reasons why the LP was not that enjoyable for me because like there's just sometimes like because I didn't want to make the episodes too long, especially since editing the videos could be a humongous pain in the ass because there was so much laggy shit in that game. It was so annoying, and like I could frustrate me sometimes because I just wouldn't get that much done. And like I think this is what I want to talk about when I was doing the randomized talk about Mario 64 randomized. Forgot what I wanted to mention. I just remember now. Like this is applies for my LPs in general, but especially when I was thinking about the Mario 64 stuff. Like certain times I'll be doing things is like, how much do I want to cut out? Because like it's gameplay, but it's could also be repetitive. So like, that kind of made me think of like how much should I cut out and stuff? How much should I keep in? Because like, if I spend too much time doing something, it'll like because sometimes I was even scared like it would take the whole episode and that would be boring. But at the same time, I'd be cutting out like gameplay technically, so that would frustrate me. And that was especially the case in Star Road. That's why it was kind of a frustrating LP for me. And if I recorded with OBS, that wouldn't like make it like extremely better, but that would definitely like make things better because one, it being long wouldn't be that big of a deal because I mean, it would still be a pain to record, and I'm not sure what people would want to watch like super long episodes all the time. But yeah, also that wouldn't be lag issues either. That would make it so much easier to edit. And yeah, if there's any game I wish I had OBS when I LP'd it, it's this one. Luna Nights is a very close second. And yeah, otherwise it was fun. I honestly should not have forced myself to get everything. Even the last star is like, don't worry if you don't get this. You've already done enough. And I was like, I have to finish the whole game, and that frustrated me so much, especially because there was a one certain part I remember I made a jump, and I'm like, I didn't want to make save states at first, so I'm like, it just makes things more repetitive if I don't, so I did anyways. And there was one jump, like, cause like during that star, like if you messed up a jump, you had to do everything over again, and it was like kind of a long way to get there. it's because I didn't make a save right away. I messed up the jump immediately afterward, and I had to like jump up to something like it was really hard to get to, and it took 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes than it would have if I saved right away, and that frustrated me. I remember. So that like last episode is really frustrating to me, which I'm not happy about. It was the final episode of Star Road, and like I said, I like Star Road, so I'm not happy that my last episode I was not in a good mood for Star Road. Like there's certain times that I'm not in a good mood when I record that happens, but like the last episode that sucks, you know. So yeah, and it's approaching like an hour for this recording. It probably has already, but I don't want to make a new part, so I'll just try to get through the rest kind of fast, but like not like rush myself too much at the same time. What's next? SpongeBob, I think is next. Yeah. So that was, I mean, like I enjoyed SpongeBob. It's probably like, I guess it would technically be my least favorite game that I have LP'd. Like it was fun. It was really short though, so it's not super memorable to me, I guess. And yeah, it was SpongeBob, and I show off all the endings. I think it was the first time I got all the doubloons and stuff. And like the ending wasn't super interesting. You get to see more endings if you do that, and I showed them all off. I think like there's some stuff that was lame. I guess like the final boss, like the music was kind of a shame I didn't have special music. Like the final boss itself was kind of fun. I guess it was okay. And like the final music of the final area was not that interesting in my opinion. It was okay music, just not for a final area. Other than that, that was okay game. It's short. It doesn't take that long to play through. It's so short, it has a password system, and yet it's still longer than Blunder Bros to play through, which is funny as hell, which I mentioned already. But yeah, yeah. Other than that, it's not really there isn't really that much to talk about SpongeBob. But yeah. Next is what? LP 12, which will be Neptune. Oh boy. I'm not. That's that. Yeah, that was the last LP I finished. Approaching stuff. I'm still doing, which I still will talk about a bit. So I guess I am almost done then. We'll talk about stuff. I started this early as well. It was the last thing I did, which means I didn't end this on purple. I ended the year before playing a purple episode. I would have if I didn't do it again. If I didn't do Neptunia early. But I mean, it's the LP that replaced purple. It's close enough, and it's a very purple gamer. There was a certain game, I think I mentioned this already, Hat in Time, was supposed to be my first Steam game I wanted to play. I couldn't get that to work. I technically could probably do it now. I haven't tested it yet. I probably should, because I am interested in doing it. Again, I really like that game. But anyways, that did not end up being my first Steam game, because of Luna Nights, it's the first one, but also because of Neptunia is the second one Steam game I played. I'm still playing. It's taking quite a while to get through because, especially because Worlds Link. I was gonna like, I guess like I said, I've already talked about enough. I think like my thoughts of like how every year went. But I'll probably talk about this year more in detail because obviously it's more fresh in my mind. And yeah, it was a very interesting year for me. I guess I move on to the other page now. Like there wasn't that many new LPs. And I need to fix this here. There's yeah, I made another thing here for another column for Ages' episode, so there's 2 numbers. But yeah, I didn't fix it here. I can't even see my mouse and I can't really highlight it, but I hope you know what I mean. Like below length over here. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Anyways, it was a very interesting year. Not that many new LPs started. Season 8 just technically started this year, but it was the very beginning of it because Star Road is still not done yet. Just like it ended so like early in the year that I almost honestly forgot I was technically still playing Star Road before the year, like when the year started. It ended after the year after 2021, so there's some episodes in there. And then then Enhanced and Unnamed, of course, started after Worldling finished. That was a big finale, though. Like, pretty much, like, half of the first year, even more than that, was focused on Worldling. That's why I feel like I didn't really do that much else at the first half of the year. So it was a very kind of awkward year, though. was memorable though because it was the end of World's Link though. That was a big LP, which I almost thought at sometimes would like never end, but it did eventually in 108. I predicted it would end after 100, but not that much afterward, and I was right. I almost thought it would be wrong on the end after 110, but it did not. But yeah, anyways, we'll talk about Neptunia, and we'll talk about that now. It was a game I started, almost, yeah, I actually did start, like, pretty much, I got OBS, like, pretty much not that long afterward. I tested it this episode here in March. So, like, exactly 2 months after, the second episode. Actually, if I do this and highlight them a bit, does it show up in recording? I don't know. Whatever, anyways. Excuse me. So, I actually did Neptune on purpose because, it was a game I technically could play, a Steam game I could play with my old recording software. You know, the quality wasn't that good, but eventually, like, it's funny thing, I thought, like, it would probably lag a lot, too, because it's, still takes, it's a pretty big game, like it's the Steam game or whatever, and the graphics, like, they didn't look that good, but they're still, like, I think, high quality enough that it would make the game lag more. I think it lagged more than any other game I've played, even more than Star Road did. That's, like, the second most laggy game, I believe. So I thought that'd be, like, like, more of a pain to edit than any other game I do, but, like, I love the Neptunia series, so, like, that was, like, I was willing to do that anyways, even though I had problems with Star Road and its lag, whatever. However, ironically enough, since I do with OBS now it's my, like, by far my easiest one to edit now, because I don't add shit to the video for Neptunia, which is kind of funny. Even though now the videos are more high quality now, I didn't restart the game, I decided it's whatever. Because I already made a decision, like, that I would do it even with a quality low. I didn't really care. Like, it's whatever. Even now, like, it'd be even stupider to restart it now for that reason, because I've worked a lot for getting stuff, LPing stuff, whatever, and preparing stuff for every episode, including the one that's coming up next, which is actually the thing I'm going to record next. So so this year's going to start with Neptunia again, actually. Yeah, it's last year did too. It's funny, I didn't realize that, actually. But yeah. So, next is Seasons and Ages, which are not done yet, so how much do I want to talk about with that? So, I purposely, like, I was doing World's Link at the time and Neptunia. Those were, like, big games. I knew Neptunia would take a while to finish. It's still not done yet. It's been a year almost at this point. Well, actually, it's been more than that, right? Because I started, it was shit in, the 30th, so it was uploaded on the 30th, so it's been a year and a day since I've done Neptunia. Oh boy. Holy shit, yeah, it's been 1 year. Yesterday was, yeah, I guess yesterday, yeah, was the 1 year anniversary of doing Neptunia. Holy shit. Damn. If it wasn't for World League, I probably would have been done already, though. I think I'm almost done with Neptunia at this point, but yeah. Anyways, Seasons and Ages, I thought, in comparison, I was happy to do them then. Like, it wasn't technically the reason I did this during the time. I was happy to do it then because I thought they'd be super easy LPs to do, because I played them like a gazillion freaking times. And it's like a Game Boy Color game that should be easy to edit and stuff, and they're pretty simple games, I think. But I did stuff with the gaseous seeds and stuff, and I wanted to learn more about that, and for the LP I thought it'd be interesting. But that gave me a lot more work to do and stuff, but I don't have to do it anymore, I've finished that already, but yeah. Getting the rings and stuff. Because it's something I never totally done before, and like, for an LP that would be interesting to do for the first time, right? Even though I don't think I can totally get them all, though. I don't think in one run-through of both games you can, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I haven't finished the Ages yet, but yeah, we'll see. But I don't think I will, but unfortunately. But yeah, and that's also taking a while to finish, because it's technically 2 games in one, and yeah. So, like, I'm kind of, like, it was technically supposed to be, like, my short one, quote-unquote, like my 4th game, I, like, want to be a shorter game, so, like, I have something fresh, so I'm not playing the same games, like, the whole year. It's kind of felt like that's been the case, because, like, Unnamed and Enhanced started, this year. Like, I guess that's a good segue to talk about those games now, because that's what's coming up next. That's what's next here. But they're still Tohomon, right? So it's like they're fresh, but kind of sort of not in the same sense. So I don't feel like I did really anything very fresh this year. I guess technically season ages are because I started this year too. But yeah, I don't like regret how like the decisions I made for this year, but I kind of wish I did like more. Like I guess the year before there was a lot of stuff. Like, how many LPs did I start and finish in 2020? It's probably the year so far that I've done the most, I think. Because, oh boy, this is getting long. I'm sorry about that. Did not think this would be the song of the video, but, yeah, year. Banjo was I guess I'll count it for 2020, technically. That's one. Blunder Bros was the year before, so not Blunder Bros. Luna Nights was that year. And Starro didn't technically finish, but it's close enough, I guess. Randomized alternate. Yeah, I'll probably think counting Starro for 2020 makes more sense than 2021. And also SpongeBob, so that's 5. If I could count them that way. And in comparison, 2021 is 2, so yeah, a lot less. Even if I count Star Road, that'd be 3 compared to 4, so it's still less, so yeah. Like I mentioned before, World Link is definitely the reason why, because I spent like a lot of time just wanting to finish it then. I feel like if I recorded them normally, I probably would still be playing World Link now, maybe. Either I would still be playing it, or I would just have finished it. That's how long of a game it was, holy crap. I don't know, actually, if that's how long exactly it would have taken. But yeah, anyways, unnamed and enhanced have been fun. There's a certain opinion I have on unnamed I want to talk about, but I want to wait until a certain point in the game I get an unnamed, so I will save that opinion for later, but oh boy, I have stuff that I bought for unnamed. But overall, I've been having fun with them, and I mentioned before, I've technically, like, I guess people are probably arguing Name is probably a better game of the two, but so far at least, I think I'm actually enjoying Enhanced more. I think overall I probably will, for the LPs at least, I feel like I enjoyed Worlding more than Purple, but I've already discussed the reason why. I think overall I like Purple as a game more, but LP-wise, I think, like, my Worlding LP I like more than my Purple one. For multiple reasons that are probably pretty obvious, but yeah. I don't know if I guess I have the same opinion for, like, that reason for Unnamed and Enhanced, though. But, like I've not been playing it for very long. My opinion might change for all I know, so I think it's too early to give an opinion on those games, and yeah. And I guess if that's the case, that's a good place to end it, I guess. I don't know if there's more if I want to talk about, but this video has been pretty damn long. So I think I've mentioned enough, and if I want to, I can talk about this stuff at a later date, I guess. This kind of video is easy to make anyways. Damn, I'm recording for a while. It's almost 1 in the morning. Holy crap. And then this should be easy, though. It's going to take a while, because I just mentioned before, I watched the whole thing, but yeah, I don't have to edit things out like I did last time I did this kind of thing. Or, like, Memory Lane or whatever. Actually, I don't know. Should this be part of Memory Lane, technically, even though I'm not watching videos? I don't know where I'm going to put this. In what playlist or whatever, I have no idea. Or what, I still don't even know what I'm going to call it or whatever, but yeah. Anyways, editing me can deal with that. Till then, bye, I guess. I'll start editing now, because like I said, I want to be up late for tomorrow, so I will actually edit it tonight. Which is not the norm for what I'm going to do later, but yeah. It was nice to actually record something again, and will be to edit, I guess. Yeah, and I should be... Next thing should be Neptunia, when will that be? Probably Sunday night. That'll be... Wait, New Year's Day is Saturday. So it'll be the 2nd? Yeah, that should be fine, I guess. I don't know what my work schedule will be that week, but I probably will be... And Neptunia is quick to record, so it should be... The 2nd is Sunday, right? So it should be up the 3rd, the day after, in the morning, I'm assuming. If I edit at night, I probably just will. It's easy enough to do that, so yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, my long-winded, like, rambling and whatever, dogs are. Yeah, Happy New Year or whatever. Yeah, your dogs are...